Wheels fell out a little bit. Steph Curry reflects on Warriors' fast start last season and aspirations to replicate it. Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry is no stranger to the highs and lows of an NBA season. As one of the greatest leaders in basketball, Curry's reflections always offer insight into the mindset that has defined the Warriors dynasty. Recently, he opened up about the team's roller coaster 2024-25 campaign, acknowledging both the early promise and the disappointing finish. His words, "The wheels fell out a little bit," perfectly captured how the Warriors season began with championship-level energy but stumbled as inconsistency, injuries, and internal challenges piled up. Now, as training camp and preseason conclude, Curry and the Warriors are on a mission to rediscover that spark and prove they are still a legitimate threat in a loaded Western Conference. 1. A blazing start that fizzled too soon. Curry's reflection on last season began with an honest assessment. The Warriors came out of the gates looking like their old selves. Through the first few weeks, Golden State was one of the hottest teams in the league, moving the ball, defending with intensity, and hitting threes at will. The chemistry between Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green looked revived, and young players like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody brought fresh energy off the bench. But as Curry admitted, the wheels fell out a little bit. The early rhythm didn't last. A combination of injuries, inconsistent rotations, and off-court tension threw the team's balance off track. Draymond's absences, Andrew Wiggins' struggles, and Klay's shooting slump all contributed to the Warriors losing momentum. What began as potential top-4 season quickly devolved into a fight just to stay above .500. Curry's candidness about that collapse wasn't about blame. It was about ownership. He knows that in the NBA, it's not how you start but how you sustain. And this season, the focus isn't just on another quick start. It's on maintaining excellence from Game 1 to Game 82. 2. Learning from the breakdown. Curry emphasized that the Warriors' struggles weren't due to lack of talent or effort, but rather a lack of consistency. He explained that in the middle of last season, the team lost its defensive identity and cohesion. The offense became stagnant, and frustration mounted. That's where the phrase "wheels fell out a little bit" hits hardest. It wasn't an immediate collapse, but a gradual decline. The Warriors had moments of brilliance, but couldn't string them together for long stretches. This off-season, Curry and head coach Steve Kerr made it clear that fixing that inconsistency was priority number one. The team spent training camp focused on conditioning, communication, and simplifying their rotations. With a more defined pecking order and a clearer understanding of roles, the Warriors are betting that the lesson from last year's slide will fuel a more disciplined and durable run this time around. Curry knows the margin for error has shrunk, both for the team and for him personally. At 37, he's still playing at an MVP level, but every season matters more. That's why his leadership, patience, and accountability are shaping everything the Warriors are building toward in 2025. 3. Renewed energy and chemistry. One of the most encouraging signs in this new season is how refreshed Curry looks, both mentally and physically. He spent the off-season refining his body and rhythm, determined to stay in peak shape for another grueling campaign. More importantly, he's found renewed energy in mentoring the next generation of Warriors talent. Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and Trayce Jackson-Davis have all spoken about how Curry's example sets the tone daily. His intensity in practice and focus on details have trickled down through the locker room. Even Klay Thompson, entering a prove-it year after a rocky 2024, seems to be feeding off Curry's calm determination. Curry believes his balance between veterans and young players could be the key to replicating the Warriors' fast start, and this time, sustaining it. The team's chemistry looks sharper, the ball movement crisper, and the defensive effort more collective. There's a hunger and sense of urgency that simply wasn't there last season after things began to unravel. 4. Adjusting to a changing league. Curry also acknowledged how much the NBA landscape has changed since the Warriors' dynasty years. The Western Conference is as deep as ever, with teams like the Nuggets, Thunder, and Timberwolves all emerging as serious contenders. To keep up, Golden State has had to evolve, not just rely on the nostalgia of past glory. Curry understands that the Warriors can't simply lean on their old playbook. The offense has become more dynamic, with Draymond facilitating from different spots and new wrinkles designed to get Curry cleaner looks off movement. Steve Kerr has even experimented with more small ball lineups that maximize spacing while relying on Wembanyama-style rim protection from Jackson Davis. But perhaps the biggest change is philosophical. The Warriors know they can't chase perfection every night. Instead, they are striving for adaptability. Curry says the goal isn't to relive the 2015 or 2022 blueprint, but to forge a new one. Every season's a new story, he said. We just have to write it the right way this time. 5. Steph's motivation and the Warriors' last dance feel. While Curry remains optimistic, there's an unspoken reality hanging over this season. It could be the Warriors' final run as we know them. With Thompson's contract up, Draymond's durability uncertain, and the front office already looking toward the future, this iteration of Golden State may not last forever. Curry's reflections carry the weight of someone who knows time is ticking. He's determined to give the franchise one more deep playoff run, one more chance to show the league that the Warriors core still has championship DNA. His off-season comments about replicating that start but finishing stronger reveal his mindset perfectly. It's not about nostalgia or redemption. It's about legacy. He's still the engine that drives everything. His movement, shooting, and leadership continue to be the Warriors' heartbeat. But more than anything, Curry's hunger hasn't faded. Every missed playoff run, every doubt from critics, it only adds fuel to the fire. Final thoughts. The Warriors' path forward. Steph Curry's reflection. The wheels fell out a little bit. Might sound like a simple phrase, but it encapsulates the emotional journey of an entire season. The Warriors had all the ingredients for success last year, but couldn't hold it together. Now, they're determined to turn that pain into power. With a healthier roster, improved chemistry, and a sharpened focus on consistency, Golden State is poised to make noise once again. Curry's leadership will be the guiding force, and if the preseason is any indication, the Warriors are buying into his vision completely. They know they can't afford to let the wheels come off this time. Every possession, every defensive stand, every late-game moment matters more than ever. Curry and his teammates are fully aware that their championship window is narrowing, but that doesn't mean it's closed.